So I'm gonna squeeze my limes. I hate squeezing limes because it's never really much juice that comes out, but a whole lot of work that goes into it. So I'm gonna squeeze about 3 limes into this, into my cold. Okay. Excuse me. Ooh, that was a juicy one. Oh yes. Oh yes. Come to me. I like to add some of the pulp in there. That's just me. Personally, you don't have to. You could just, you can use a strainer, however you want to do it. Doesn't really matter. It's all the same taste to me. But to me, I like a little extra. I have a glove on my left hand because I cut my finger yesterday getting out of the car. The damn handle. And this would have been no bueno. I'm cutting lime, squeezing lime juice out, and I have an open cut on my hand. Even with the band-aid, it still would have been tragic. So this is about, I would say about, for what I'm making, 1/3 to 1/4 cup of lime juice. Now you don't have to use you don't have to buy limes. To me, I like the actual fruit. So I just go with the limes and just go with, you know, the struggle of juicing them. All right. So you can actually get lime juice. It's all about the same thing, but to me, I just like I like the work of it. Okay, so we're gonna add teaspoon ginger. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of garlic, and this is for the cold. Get out of there. This is for the cold sauce. Oops. I don't have measuring spoons, so I'm pretty good at eyeballing. So, 2 tablespoons minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of ginger, fresh minced ginger. I'm going to, my cutting board is not big enough. I like to sit at my table and do a lot of my prepping because I like to watch my TV. My TV is like right in front of me. So that's the story behind that. So we're gonna use about a tablespoon and a half of chopped green onion. Now for your bell pepper, you don't have to use as much because bell pepper can have an overwhelming taste as well. So I'm just gonna use about I'll use a tablespoon. Okay. Because your hot alligator sauce is gonna have more ingredients in it, so I need to reserve a lot of that for that. So now we're gonna add a tablespoon of green chilies to that. All right, Petunia. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. So we're gonna add about, I would say seven tablespoons. Actually, I'm gonna use my false spoon. That's 6 to 7 tablespoons of salsa verde mild. And you can get whatever brand you like. This is the brand that I use. Alright. Next is going to be the sweet orange marmalade. And then this, you can adjust to your sweetness. Me, I like a tablespoon. I'm lying, I like a tablespoon and a half. Okay. Actually, set that up. Get that out of the way. All right. So I'm gonna whisk this together. Till it's well incorporated. Now I like to let my sauce sit in the fridge for about a couple hours, so a lot of the seasonings and the vegetables and everything just blends together. They get well acquainted. So I need to taste this before I add my dry seasonings, because it'll give the garlic the garlic a way to get out there, because it's not gonna get cooked. So having it sit in the sauce will allow it to, marinate throughout the sauce. Okay, taste that. All right. So now to this, I'm gonna add my dry seasonings. So everything's gonna be a teaspoon. So I'm gonna add my oregano. I'm gonna add my Old Bay. I'm gonna add my black pepper. So I had to be cheap with the black pepper, okay? I know it's a little powdery, but all tastes the same to me. Your onion powder. Gonna need your parsley flakes. Cajun seasoning. And your red pepper flakes. So everything gets in there. Alright. Mix that up. How you doing? Now you can adjust your seasonings to your tasting. Me personally, I like a teaspoon of each, because everything else is so strong in its taste, like the cilantro, the bell pepper, garlic, and your ginger. So you don't want to overwhelm your sauce with a lot of seasonings, like dry seasonings. You want everything to balance out. So I'm gonna taste it as I go and see what I am missing. Alright. I'm gonna taste this before I add the rest of my ingredients. What can I add more of? Oh, that's what I'm missing. The salt and the sugar. I'm like, what the hell am I missing? Be right back. So to this, most important part actually, I'm going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt because it's gonna sit in the refrigerator for a few hours and marinate. So it's gonna, before you serve it, just give it a nice little mix so it gets the loving that it needs. All right. And let me see. Sugar. I'm going to add to this 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm probably going to add a little bit more marmalade sauce. Give that a mix. Look how good that looks. Okay. Like messing up my everything is clean. Don't worry about it, people. Okay, sterilized and everything. All right. Let's taste that. Oh, petunia. All right. So yes, I am going to add just a little bit more of the marmalade sauce. Probably another tablespoon, actually, sorry. Okay, and for the final touch, I'm going to add the cilantro. Okay, now you don't need much of this. I like the big pieces, like stems and stuff like that, but at least give it a nice chop. Don't just throw the leaves in there. Okay. Give that a mix. Get in there. Now this, I usually dip my, when I make hot wings, not hot wings, when I make baked wings, sometimes I do make them hot in the oven, I bake them though. I like to dip my chicken in this. Oh my God, baby, it will change your life. Shout out to my uncle. If he sees that I was making this sauce, he would die right now. All right. So now let's give that another taste. Oh my God, you guys. Just look at that. So that's gonna be your cold alligator sweet tail sauce. And you're gonna put this in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours. Let those ingredients marinate and incorporate with each other. And once you got your whatever you, actually you can have the sauce for any type of meat or any type of thing that you want, to be honest. Me, I like to dip my chicken in here. I like to dip my boils in here. I like to dip all types of things, to be honest. Hell, I even dipped some mozzarella sticks in here one time. Don't tell nobody. But that is the cold sauce.